Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again, whereby we had discussed about learning Kalenjin, and my name is Sammy Kochei. So let's go back to the session, and we recall first of all that in that time we were in a Kalenjin home, and when we were in this home, remember we traveled, and by traveling we felt exhausted, and we felt like we are tired, and of course having come tired, having traveling a long way, we feel thirsty, and that's why in that scenario we would like to talk about learning how to express ourselves in a Kalenjin language, because this is a home where people don't understand or speak predominantly in a Kalenjin language. So when you feel thirsty, you say kakwama melelda. All right. So when you feel thirsty, you are given water. You request for water, and therefore the community or the person who is there will always give water. Water is free, and water is for everyone. So now you ask for water, and the occupant there will give you water in a cup. It come with water in a cup, and that cup we call it kikombet. All right, and also it will be served in a jug. So as we just call it jaget, okay. So the water is called bake, served in a cup, kikombet, and then what is used to bring that water is a jug, okay. And also because of hospitality of these people, they can also think of giving you porridge, okay. And porridge is called musarek. They can serve musarek for you, and also in most cases they can also give you tea. So in our language we call it chai. They can give you chai, and this chai can be served in a kettle, and that kettle is called or birika in Kiswahili, and in Kalenjin we just call it biriket, okay. So right, so now you sit down, you're invited to sit, and you'll be told itagat itagumwe, you're welcome to sit down, so that you enjoy that cup of tea, cup of porridge, and also or water, okay. So now you continue in that environment where you speak, you converse, using the little Kalenjin you've already understood, you've already known. After some time, you feel hungry, because now the porridge is already gotten used up in your body, and therefore it reaches a time where now the host feels like or sees or senses that you are not okay, because now you've started feeling hungry. And at that time, the owner will ask for food. Now let's imagine what will be in that plate. In the Kalenjin land. Now the most common food that is normally taken in a Kalenjin land is the maize meal. The maize meal in Kalenjin is called kimnyet. In Kiswahili, it's called ugali. So this maize meal is served in a plate with accompanied by vegetables, and the common vegetables in our land is the black nightshade. The black nightshade is called managu in Kiswahili, and in Kalenjin it is called sochot. So you'll be served ugali with sochot, okay, kimnyet and sochot. And in Kalenjin the word and we use ak, okay, so we say ak. So kimnyet, ak, sochot, right? There is another vegetable that is called spiderweed. In Kalenjin, the spiderweed is called sanchat. In some people call it usaga, but in Kalenjin we call it sanchat. So you are given sanchat and ugali. All right. Another vegetable that can also be served is the Kalenjin spinach. The Kalenjin spinach is actually called nderemnyat. So that is actually found along the fence, and in Kalenjin fence is kerwet. This is a plant that is green in color, and it is very delicious. All right. And then the liquid is called chepkertet. Can be served ugali, that is kimnyet ak chepkertet. Another vegetable also is the cowpeas, that is called kunde. So you can be served kunde and then an ugali, that is kimnyet. Another one also you can be served is ugali and bendo. The bendo now is is the meat. You can be served meat and ugali, that is bendo. There is also another very important accompaniment of this ugali, that is milk. Milk is loved in the Kalenjin land. So milk is can be served whether it is it can be sour milk or it can be fresh milk. The sour milk now is called mursik, that is the favorite of the Kalenjin people. And then also we have the fresh milk that is called keanik. So you enjoy this meal of, remember, ugali with managu, that is ugali ukimyet and sochot. Kimyet is a chat, kimyet nderemnyat, kimyet chepkertet, kimyet and nderemnyat, okay? And then now kimyet ak pindo, kimyet ak chego, which can be sour or it can be fresh. All right, now before you eat this meal, you are supposed to wash your hands, okay? So the host will tell you, come and wash your hands. So atakwambia kuja osha mkono yako. So in Kalenjin we will say nyo iune ut, okay? Ama nyo iune unek. Eut is one hand, eunek is two hands, okay? So you wash your hands and then he will tell you now, karibu to the table, welcome to the table. Itakat inyo meza, karibu uje katika meza. Nyo is you come, inyo you come to the table to enjoy the meal. Naanza kwambia bye bye yetu as you eat, enjoy your meal. So atakwambia bye bye yetu iyame amituwagichu. So amituwagi is chakula, chakula amituwagichu. All right, then now you enjoy this meal with the host, you feel at home, and then now you'll be having stories, and then now you as a friend, in Kalenjin we call you chorwet. So we say chorwani, enjoy chorwani, enjoy chakula. Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy this meal. Until we meet again next time, let's continue learning Kalenjin. God bless you.